This is your First Alert Weather Breakdown, a deep dive into how weather works with meteorologist CJ Cartledge.
All right. Good morning, everyone. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge here, back on the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown. I hope you guys have had a great start to your morning, to your new week, and even that, to your new month. We are now in the month of December. We made it through 11 months this year of 2025, and may I say, time is flying fast, to say the least here. I hope you guys have had a great November and a great Thanksgiving holiday and a great Thanksgiving weekend out there. I know I did. I had some family come in, and I hope you guys enjoyed your family as well. In today's episode, we are going to be talking about the freezing rain that's ongoing in some areas around the ArkLaTex, but from what the headliner was with the app push that I just sent out to everyone out there, to your different phones out there. We're going back to weather trivia. Weather trivia has returned here to the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown. We're going to be talking about some winter weather records here that have been set in years past here around the ArkLaTex with multiple different systems that have rolled through. One of them being associated with the 2021 Arctic outbreak here that caused a lot of people to lose power and a lot of slippery roadways out there, and a lot of accidents that have happened during that event here. But we're also going to be talking about basically the temperature records here associated with those the trivia questions that are going to be asked for today. So we're streaming live on Facebook, we're streaming live on YouTube. So if you have any answers that you want to spill out and try to answer these questions, or you can answer them in your mind, leave them down in the Facebook comments or the YouTube comments. I'll be looking at those pretty often as we move through these trivia questions for today. So let's start off with the first trivia question. After these trivia questions here, we're going to go into the local forecast and see which areas are seeing the freezing rain as of right now, or wintry precip as a whole. And we're going to go into the forecast for what we can expect this entire work week here. Here's a look at our first question of the day. So everybody put your listening ears on and do not look up these questions. Just try to answer them as truthfully as possible, just to, get the fun out of it here. What is the all-time record lowest temperature ever recorded in Shreveport, Bossier City? This is including Bossier City as well, because temperature records are included for both Shreveport and Bossier City, pretty much clumped together. Is it -5 degrees? Is it -8 degrees? Is it -10 degrees? Or is it -20 degrees? Now, we are in the South right now, so we can expect that we have seen some pretty, extensive temperatures, pretty low temperatures here around the ArkLaTex, and some areas have seen lower temperatures than Shreveport and Bossier. So Shreveport and Bossier has not seen the lowest record low here around the ArkLaTex, at least from what the records are showing here. But I see some people already answering in the comments here. I see -12, or I see 12 degrees, 11 degrees, -10 here. Somebody said 20. And we're going to be diving into the answer in just a second here. -16. Let's see if the YouTube chat is listening here, or seeing that the question has been asked. Or I don't believe anybody's answered in the YouTube chat so far, but this Facebook chat is blowing up so far. So right now I see the right answer in the comments here. I see the right answer in the comments so far. So let's dive into the correct answer. The correct answer, is it -5, -8, -10, or is it -20 degrees here? And the answer is -5 degrees here. This is all associated with the Arctic blast that came out of a storm from 1899 in Shreveport, Bossier. I believe that's when this was recorded, if I'm not mistaken here. But yes, the answer is -5 degrees for Shreveport and Bossier. We have seen, yes, this was recorded on February 12th, 1899, as I just fact checked there. But let's move on to the next question here. If you got this one wrong, don't worry. We have 3 more questions that you have to answer here for today. So let's look at the next question. Which ArkLaTex town recorded the lowest temperature during the 2021 Arctic outbreak with -5 degrees? Very close, or the same as Shreveport and Bossier. So which ArkLaTex town recorded this record low temperature? This is actually their lowest temperature of all time, I believe. Is it for Longview? Was it for Shreveport Bossier? Was it for Nacogdoches? Or was it for Texarkana here? So leave your question down in the comments. I would love to see your responses here. I would love to see your responses. And just to give you guys a hint, it's in East Texas. Just to give you guys a hint here. I just wanted to I don't know why I gave you guys a hint here, but yeah, but the answer is in East Texas. So either Texarkana, because I know it's right on the Texas-Arkansas border. Is it Nacogdoches, or is it Longview? Shreveport, I would say, would be knocked out of this list. So Longview, Nacogdoches, or Texarkana here. I'm going to give you guys around 5 more seconds to think about this. I see Longview, I see Shreveport, I see Stonewall, which is not one of the answer choices, but I believe they've seen record or temperatures as low as -5 degrees. I would have to look that up myself. But the answer to this question, is it Longview, Nacogdoches, Texarkana, or Shreveport Bossier? It is Longview out there. So in the Facebook chat, Longview, Miss Deanna Fleming and Megan Johnson they'll have the correct answers here. So good job on that. Great job on that. And the last question, or last multiple choice question that we have here is, during the same event that we talked about before in the last question here, February 2021 Arctic outbreak, what was Shreveport's observed lowest temperature here for that same event? And as you may already know, it's not as low as the -5 that I mentioned before in the previous question here. Is it negative, or it's not any negatives actually? Is it 0 degrees? Is it 1 degree? Is it 5 degrees? Or is it 6 degrees here? Leave your question or leave your answer down in the comments here of what you think the answer is for this question. No hints for this question, by the way. No hints for this question. I'm going to leave it all up to you guys to, to decide how low temperatures actually got in Shreveport and Bossier. I heard that it had caused an extensive outbreak. I was not here during this time, and I did not research much about this system here when this system rolled through in 2021 here, and nor was I here. I was still in college, actually. But I do know that the lowest temperature in I do know what the lowest temperature recorded from this event was, and it's pretty low. I can very well say it's pretty low, and I believe the temperature had drastically dropped from around 19 degrees down to this temperature in around 24 hours here. So I see somebody saying 1 degree. I see somebody saying 6 degrees, 5 degrees. So I see nobody saying 0 degrees. So it may be 2 on the dot here. So that may be the reason for why people aren't picking that answer. But just me thinking out loud. But here's a correct answer here. Is it 0, 1, 5, or 6 degrees? The correct answer is Shreveport Bossier observed a low of 1 degree Fahrenheit during this system here, during the 2021 Arctic outbreak. So if you said 1 degree, you have the correct answer for this one here. How many, just to check in on you guys' correct answers and incorrect answers, how many have gotten all correct so far? How many have gotten, just say the number of correct answers that you have so far in the comments down below here. I'm just curious about how many people got the correct answers so far here. We'll have one more question left for you guys. It's a true-false question, so it's around 50-50. And then we're going to dive into the local forecast soon afterwards here. I see Miss Carolyn Williams said one question right. So that's good. Only 2 questions right. That's good also. At least you guys got questions right here. I know these are, pretty much toss-ups. Nobody has this type of knowledge on them. But I just wanted to, educate you guys on the lowest temperatures that we've seen so far, especially since temperatures are low right now across the ArkLaTex. So good thing we're not dealing with any of these type of temperatures that you see here on the screen. So I see Miss Carolyn Williams says 1. Miss Megan Johnson says 2. That's a good thing that you guys are getting these questions right. That's a very good thing that you guys are getting these questions right. Even if you didn't get any questions right, it's okay because we will be doing more trivia, and you guys will be continuing to build on this knowledge of weather, and that's the main point of this trivia segment here. So we're going to be moving on to the last question. It's a true/false question here. It's a bonus question. Shreveport and Bossier seen below average temperatures or below freezing temperatures this season? Not below average, but below freezing temperatures. So the true/false statement as a whole: Shreveport Bossier has seen below freezing temperatures this season so far. Is this statement true, or is this statement false? I want you to put your answers down in the comments on Facebook. I see people are interacting over there in the YouTube chat. Hello, everyone. Hello, everyone on YouTube. Okay, so somebody says false. Somebody says true. Waiting on people from the YouTube chat to, catch up to where we are right now. And we're at the true/false question currently, which says Shreveport Bossier City has seen below freezing temperatures this season so far. Now we've gotten very close, and some areas around the ArkLaTex have seen definite below freezing temperatures out there this season so far. And actually this morning, I believe some areas seen below freezing temperatures or near freezing temperatures out there, and we should see even lower temperatures as we move into tomorrow. We actually have a chance for some areas to see their first freeze of the season. So I see two people saying false, one person saying true. Okay, the one person in that's commenting on YouTube is saying false here. So the correct answer, I see three people saying false and one person saying true. The correct answer here is a false statement here. Shreveport Bossier has not seen below freezing temperatures so far this season just yet. The lowest we've gotten is 34 degrees in morning lows here. That's more than likely, I believe that was hit earlier in the month of November, and we should see temperatures near that range, near the freezing range, if not below freezing, depending on if we will see clear skies here. More than likely, we'll see clear skies through the overnight hours tonight after this system rolls through. So we will definitely see if we hit that freezing mark or hit below freezing for the first time this season as we move into the overnight hours for tonight here. So, yes, the answer to this question is a false statement. Shreveport Bossier has not seen below freezing temperatures this season so far. So that's all we have for the trivia questions for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning in on Facebook and on YouTube as well. Make sure to stay tuned for the local forecast coming up in just a couple minutes right after this ad break here. I'm going to be ending the stream here on Facebook. Make sure to make your way over to the KSLA First Alert weather app or on KSLA.com on the live stream to continue to watch the local forecast. That'll be coming up in just a couple of minutes. Good morning, everyone, and welcome back. Taking a look at first alert Doppler radar just to start you guys off. We are seeing some areas get some wintry precip for the first time this fall season so far here. Let's zoom in a little bit on the wintry precip that's ongoing here in the northern portions of the ArkLaTex. And as you can see, that pink color is denoting that freezing raindrops are ongoing. It's mainly isolated in nature, as you can see there on the screen. It's in the far northern portions of the country, not the country, of the ArkLaTex, and mainly in areas like Sevier County, as well as Hempstead County in southwestern Arkansas, and through McCurtain County, mainly because of where temperatures are sitting right there in those areas here. And the main reason for why freezing rain occurs is because there's cooler air aloft, obviously, below freezing temperatures aloft, but there is a large space of warmer air. As the water droplets fall to the ground, it goes through a large space of warmer air that allows the water droplets to melt from snow to regular raindrops. And before it hits the ground here, the ground temperatures are near or below freezing here. So it starts to refreeze back into ice and or snow, but it doesn't have enough time to refreeze back into snow there. So it falls as freezing rain. So that the freezing rain basically denotes that there's a large gap of warmer air in between, sandwiched in between masses of cooler air here. And there's a very thin layer of below freezing temperatures there at the surface. So because there's below freezing temperatures possible, likely there at the surface, that denotes that there could be some slippery roadways up there in the northern portion of the ArkLaTex, and that's the reason for why we've seen some accidents, I believe, in the northern portion of the region, if not just outside of the area. And just outside of the area, even more here, is snowfall. As you can see here, they're dealing with even lower temperatures up there in northwestern Arkansas and northern Arkansas, as well as portions of Missouri. Most of Missouri is actually seeing snowfall as of right now through Kansas City, definitely, and through that I-44 corridor heading towards St. Louis. They're definitely receiving some snowfall as well. But here in the ArkLaTex, we're dealing with warmer temperatures and hence some light to moderate rainfall in areas just north of Shreveport and Bossier, as you can see there. But let's take a quick look at temperatures across the ArkLaTex. As you can see, they're 35 by DeQueen, 34 by Idabel, and in the areas just north of us, and more than likely seeing freezing temperatures up there. 40 by Mansfield, moving this a little bit to the side so you can see everything. 42 by Bienville, Natchitoches. 40 by Mansfield, as I already said. 39 for Shreveport Bossier, same for Nacogdoches, mainly in the upper 30s for portions of East Texas as of right now. Now, looking at feels like temperatures right now, we are currently sitting at feels like temperatures in the 20s up there by Idabel and DeQueen, mainly because of the northerly winds that we are currently dealing with, I believe, in those areas, or at least it's windy conditions going on in those areas for sure. That could also bring about the chance for, or bring about the occurrence of freezing rain, because it feels like 20 degrees or feels like below freezing, but temperatures may be just above freezing out there. It feels like 36 near Shreveport, and it feels like 38 by Florine. It feels like the lower 30s along the west side of I-20 near Longview and Marshall. And this is why we're going to be under a winter weather advisory. This is in effect until noon today, so around another hour or so until it expires, and that's for the far northern counties within the ArkLaTex due to the potential for freezing rain up there throughout this morning and through the next hour or so. Here's a look at the hour-by-hour forecast, or 2-hour by 2-hour forecast as we move through the rest of the day today. As you can see, in 2-hour increments, that's why I said 2-hour by 2-hour. But temperatures are expected to not increase by much through the daytime hours today, and we should see slightly higher rain chances as we move towards the late afternoon and early evening hours today as well. Here's a look at future track, and we should see these scattered showers and storms continue to flow through the ArkLaTex here. Not much freezing rain is expected heading towards the afternoon hours, mainly because of the rise in temperatures, and that's not going to support the chance for any types of wintry precip here in the ArkLaTex no longer after 12 p.m. So we'll be dealing with light to moderate rain showers across the region. No severe weather is expected, mainly because of how low temperatures are across the region, but we are expecting that cooler and drier air to flow through the ArkLaTex by early on Tuesday morning. clear skies, and that's when we can expect the coldest temperatures potentially of the season so far as we move into early Tuesday morning here. Here's our highs for today: 41 by Shreveport and Bossier, around 44 by Manny, Natchitoches, as well as Winfield, 40 by Ruston, around 37, looking to be the coolest high up by Idabel and DeQueen. So temperatures aren't expected to rise too far away from where they are as of right now. These are a look at feels like temperatures through the day today. We're going to be still feeling like the 30s for most of the ArkLaTex, with the exception of the southern portion of the region there. But we should see much cooler temperatures, or feels like temperatures and actual temperatures as we move into early Tuesday morning. We should see feels like temperatures near 21 degrees, near those teens up by Texarkana, and potentially even lower than that in some areas north of Texarkana, north of I-30 there. Around 22 by Magnolia, 24 by Marshall and Longview, 27 looking to be the feels like temperature near Shreveport. Feeling like the lower 30s in the far southern portions of the ArkLaTex. By the afternoon, we should warm up to around the mid and upper 40s across the region, some in the lower 50s. But we should see another cold morning ahead of us as we're waking up on our Wednesday morning there before temperatures start to warm up in terms of highs and lows through the rest of the work week. As you can see, our forecast highs for the next 5 days shows that temperatures will be rising into the mid and upper 40s out there, lower 50s. Should see the low to mid 50s out there for our Wednesday afternoon before temperatures start to, have a stint in their growth or in their rise back towards the average, mainly due to higher rain chances by Thursday and Friday before temperatures start to rise once again back to the towards the average here throughout this upcoming weekend. Low temperatures staying in the 30s as we head towards our Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, back in the 40s by Thursday and Friday, back in the 30s potentially by the time we hit our Saturday due to potentially clear skies by then, mostly clear skies. Here's a look at our 7-day forecast as a whole, and as you can see, Tuesday remaining dry across the ArkLaTex, but today we can still see some rain showers across the region. Actually, I'm going to go back to the 7-day that shows and includes our Monday, which is today. So here's the 7-day forecast for this here podcast. We are expecting high rain chances for today, little to no rain through our Tuesday and Wednesday, with low temperatures, very low temperatures heading into our Tuesday and Wednesday mornings, but high rain chances are expected on our Thursday and Friday. Was higher rain chances as what you see here. We'll get another update as we move towards the noon show and through the afternoon shows as well, but we are expecting our temperatures to continue to increase as we move towards this weekend, where temperatures may hit the 50s and 60s once again, with little to no rain on the way after that here. So this next system may not bring a cool down, but temperatures will warm back towards the average for this time of year by the time we hit this weekend. That's all we have for the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown for today. Thank you guys so much for tuning into today's episode, and I will more than likely be back on the podcast coming up this Friday. We will not be doing another trivia episode this week, but we will be talking about something different here. What's next on the way for the ArkLaTex here around the region by the time we hit our Friday. So I hope you guys have a great rest of your week, and I will more than likely see you on Friday here on the podcast. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. We had a pretty big crowd here on the Facebook stream here, more than usual. I don't know if it's because of weather trivia or that the numbers have changed, but thank you guys so much for tuning in here on this Tuesday morning. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay dry and stay cool out there. You can please wear your layers. If you don't wear your layers, if you don't wear a hat outside, you're more than likely going to get sick, because this is sick type of weather. Temperatures in the 40s and 30s, and it's raining outside. Please wear your layers, gloves, hats, turtlenecks, anything that you can to stay warm through this cold snap that we are going through right now. And we'll be seeing warmer than average conditions very soon here around the ArkLaTex, especially more likely by the time we hit this weekend. Thank you guys so much for tuning in once again. I'm First Alert Meteorologist CJ Cartledge signing off from the KSLA First Alert Weather Breakdown.